What's going on, good folks? I said what's going on, good people. Today we got a review and we will be covering Mortal Kombat Goro by Storm Collectibles. Man, let me tell you, this box is huge. If no one has seen Goro in box in person, believe you me, don't correct my English, that's the way I'm gonna say it. Believe you me, this box is huge and this figure is beefy. All right, so check it out. Front of the box looks like this, right? Side of the box attached, corner to corner, get a big old face of Goro. Then you got the Mortal Kombat. Can't see it because it won't get in the shot, but it says Mortal Kombat at the top. It says Goro. My goodness, here we go. Flip the box around. You have shots of Goro in various poses from the back, but I'm gonna give y'all all the close-up shots you need of this guy. But if you want to read this bio of Goro, I suggest you pause it right now. All right, I hope you pause it if you cared. And then the side of the box, you got a picture of the figure, and it says Storm Collectibles right here, 112 Action Series. And here we go. We did not, absolutely did not come here to review the box. I can care less about the box. It's a nice box. Storm put a lot of work into the box. I'm happy they did that. But I do this for the inbox collectors. But I'm here to take the figure out the box and review the box. Boy, that's a lot of boxes I just said. Let's get right back to it. Let me stop beating around the bush. Let's break this bad boy out of the packaging and see what he's really about.
Wow for the night. Punks in the back. Come on in the trap to wow.
Bam! There he is. Fresh and straight out of the packaging. We have Goro, undisputed. My first thoughts straight out of the packaging. Oh yeah, this is definitely a winner right here. Storm once again swinging and batting a very good average coming up the plate. As you can see, very well articulated. Well, we definitely want to break that down. Accessories is okay. I really didn't expect too many accessories coming out, but we'll break that down as well. And man, they did a great job with the figure. But let's get into it. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. And let's keep it real. Plastic Addicts, keeping it real review. First up, we want to cover accessories, what this Goro comes with in packaging. So the default hands is the 4-fisted hands, pointing out the obvious. This character does have 4 hands. So with a grand total of 12 hands. 12 hands grand total. All right, so fisted hands come in packaged with 4, like I said before, and also 4 grabbing hands. Now, this is something to note, and I want you guys to pay close attention to these hands, and I'll even zoom in a little bit tighter on these hands. Now, Storm, they gave us grabbing hands, 8 grabbing hands to be exact. So take a look at these grabbing hands, right? These are the more closed grabbing hands. Now they not going to be open. The next hands I'm gonna show you, they're gonna also be grabbing hands. It's gonna be just a slight differential. All right, see? We see that? So these are the more open grabbing hands, and the ones before were more closed. Now it is very, very slight. I'll even bring in the other set, right? Now this is a minus. Storm definitely could have did something a little bit more different with these hands. You could have gave us 2 open hands, like seriously, like karate chop open hands. Could have been like that, or you know, a couple of fingers closed. You know, when you make such a slight difference like that, it's almost, it feels like you didn't even try. You know, that's something that I do not like. All right, now also one of his accessories that he comes with is the different ponytail. Now we can see this ponytail. You can easily take this ponytail off here and switch it out for another one. Now this other one here is supposed to simulate it laying flat. So this is flat, him basically just standing there, and the other one is supposed to simulate it, you know, him in movement. Now here's what I was, you know, worried about. I was worried about the ponytail not being able to get in there real strong and get a tight fit. But as you can tell, you know, it lays in there pretty good. I mean, you can also move it to whichever side you want him to move to. So that's not a problem either. So I do like that. I do like how you can do that for him. Also, if he's in movement, you will want to take that out. You will want to put this one in. Stays in pretty good. And this is going to bring us right to the articulation. So I'm doing this so y'all can see how easily it is for this Goro to get into a pose. Now, it's probably been a myth going around with some reviewers that this Goro cannot stand easy. Now, you're seeing me live or uncut it, without me cutting the camera, me getting him in a quick pose, just like that. Not hard to stand or anything. All right, now Goro's final accessories that he comes in package with, or accessory he finally comes in package with, is his green fireball. Now with the green fisted fireball, basically it comes with the stand, so you get the stand and you have a hole port right here. Now the difference between these two, when he comes with these two, is this hole port, you can have the fireball going this way. You can have it going either way, but you got to mind your positioning, right? But with the separate or the other fisted fireball, the hole port is right here, and if you have him facing to the right or on the right side, this would be for his right side, right? If you have the other fireball in, or the other fireball facing, it will basically, this is for his left side. So you have a left and right. So that's the difference between the fireballs or the green special effects fire. Also, it should be noted, and I said the fireball was the last accessory, but it's actually not. So the face, he does come with a alternate face sculpt. So this is his angry, teeth showing face, and here is his more relaxed face here. So you do get a different face sculpt. And I especially like how they did the eyes here and how nice that looks. Detail in the face, really nice. You can see his brow and his red eyes. Kind of simulates like reptile eyes, how the pupil is straight up and down. Very nice. and the pointed ears. Then he has the freckled or spotted head. That also goes with his whole entire back. Whole entire back is spotted and or freckled. So that's really nice. And then with the legs are done very nice, very veiny, very accurate. And he does have the Muay Thai wraps around his ankle. It comes up right here on his shin. So that's nice. Bottom of the feet. No peg holes or anything like that, just flat. Same thing, this is soft plastic here, very pliable material. So that's pretty nice. I like the way they also did that. And you have the cuffs here, or the gauntlets, just in a gold, and you got the little wash going around the rim of the back and the rim of the front. So that's a nice touch they did there. Same thing with the chest. Chest has, you know, all the striations and muscles that Goro has in the game. Also very accurate to how big and beefy Goro was in the game. And it's looking really good, looking really good. So real quick, let's go over this articulation. So for movement, Goro can look down, not that much, but he can look down. Also, went a little bit too far up. But as you can see, this peg joint here, it does have a little movement here, but it's not a lot. Here, let me pop the head back on. So he can look up, but it's not going to be a tremendous amount. It's almost going to be straight if he's looking down. So that is a little bit of a negative to me. I think he should be able to look up a little bit more. But then again, this is, you know, almost a 10-foot monster. So he's not really looking up to too many folks that he's fighting. He's basically looking down, and that he can do. All right, so as we go into the arms, each side is similar. So this right side here, or his left side, his arms can swing around like this with the shoulder, can hinge up, and it definitely can get 90 degrees, so that's not a problem. And these arms here also can get to their highest point, which is 90 degrees. And they do turn. You can turn it here, but you can't go all the way around, obviously, because you have this top arm prohibiting it from going all the way around. And you do hear the plastic rubbing on these bottom arms. But the top arm, when it swings around a little bit more smoother. So that's also to be noted. He does have bicep swivel on all four arms, and he does have a double jointed elbow, but the double jointed elbow, it really gets 90 because how big his bicep is. And he does have wrist turn on each and every wrist, and you can hinge the wrist in and out. You can turn it and it go up and down. But the gauntlet here prohibits that a lot when you want to get a nice hinge up and down. Also with his diaphragm, so he has a top diaphragm that can spin, and it can spin freely, but it's going to look kind of funny if you spin it too far. As you can tell, this soft rubber is flexing up over his bottom arms. So if you do turn it, I suggest turn it just a little bit, not so noticeable that it looks crazy. Also, he does have another waist, or not another waist, but he has a waist, and that waist can rotate left to right, and that moves very freely. And he can also pivot a little bit to the left, and he can also pivot a little bit to the right. Same thing with up, not very much in this upper diaphragm as far as, you know, pivoting left and right, but you do get some. His legs do kick out at a decent amount. there, and also they do kick back at a decent amount. He does get that double jointed knee, and that works very nice. And you do have a upper thigh swivel right up here. Now, what I don't like the gappage here. The gappage is very unsightly to me. I think it's an eyesore when you're getting them into certain poses. You'll see the gap. I think they should have covered a little bit more of that crotch with a little bit more material as far as soft plastic. As you can see, it's just real stringy like right up in there in the crotch. So that's another minus for me. But at the same time, I see why, but I think they could have did it a little bit different. Now the ankles don't turn right here at the straps, but you do and can get a toe point out of it, and you can get a heel point up like this, and then you also do get a toe, a hinge. For the rockers, now this is another minus for me. The rockers, it's very slight. It's almost like it just turns, right? It just turns. It doesn't rock as far as, you know, a deep ankle pivot. It would be nice if we could have got a deeper ankle pivot out and in, but instead it just turns, and it can turn 360 degrees. So that's the articulation for Goro. Now for my final thoughts for this Goro figure. Nope, I'm not leaving. I can't get out of here without giving you a few size comparisons and height scales. So Goro is standing at 9 5/8 inches tall to the top of his head. And if we go into the top of the ponytail back there, he's standing at about 10 3/4 inches tall. So that is a fairly decent height and stature there. All right, so here to the left, we have NYCC exclusive Chung Lee, and here to the right, we have Ermac. And as you can see, Goro is towering over them, straight dwarfing them. All right, now here we go from Marvel Legends. We have Thing to the left, Walgreens exclusive, and here's to the right, we have the Marvel Select Colossus. And Colossus is a very tall figure, but he is no way in scale with this Goro. He even dwarfs Colossus. All right, now here we go. Now we got a fair height comparison. We have the Marvel Select Red Hulk to the right. Now, Marvel Select Red Hulk and Goro, I'm gonna have to call it at even to the top of Goro's head. Now, if we're going by the top of the ponytail, Goro is taller, but at the top of his head, they are about even, Red Hulk and Goro. All right, now here we go. We have from Marvel Legends, Build-A-Figure Juggernaut. Now, Juggernaut just looks like he's a dwarf out there next to Goro. Of course, Juggernaut is wider, but Goro is taller. All right, now we're bringing out the big DC boys to see if these big DC boys can match up to Goro. Now here we go, Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect figure, Clayface. Now as wide as Clayface is, he still just isn't as tall as Goro. All right, now here we go. To the right, we have Collect and Connect Steppenwolf from the movie Justice League wave from Mattel. Now, Steppenwolf, if we're going by the top of Steppenwolf horns, he is the same height as Goro, but obviously if we're matching shoulder to shoulder, Goro is taller than Steppenwolf. All right, here we go. Finally and last, my biggest DC villain in my collection, and is he even standing up straight? Now he is none other than Darkseid. Now Darkseid can dwarf any figure, standing at a whopping 13.5 inches tall. He can and is dwarfing Goro. All right, folks, well, that's my time. I'm gonna get on out of here, but above everything else, I hope this review was helpful. I hope it was fun, and I hope that I made your decision easy to get or not to get this Goro figure. I myself, I do like this figure, and out of a possible 10 being the best, 0 being the absolute worst, I will definitely give this Goro a 9, an easy 9, because one, the playability and posability is great with this figure. 2, I had to take away a couple of points for the inside of the crotch piece. I don't like the way that's showing. I also did not like the hands. I think the hands options could have been a little bit better. But as a figure, as a whole, it's a great figure. And I would suggest anybody to buy it. If you like Storm Collectibles, you like their line, if you like the Mortal Kombat game, if you're a fan of it, I would definitely suggest you buy it. Or if you just like great figures, I would definitely recommend to buy this Goro figure. But I also have to give a huge shout out to my good friend Andrew at TOYCO. I pre-ordered this Goro figure from him. He owns a company called TOYCO. His link will be in the description box. Hit the drop down menu. It'll take you right to his pre-order page on Facebook, and you can pre-order some nice figures from there. But that's my time. I hope that everyone is patient with themselves. Be patient with their hunts. And if you're patient enough, even an egg can and will grow legs. Collect what you love what you collect. It's your boy, Plastic Addict. I'm gonna get out of here, stop running my mouth, and I see you next time on the next review. Plastic Addict.